All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to share some good news. Bob Arum has announced that if Devin Haney beats George Kambosos, that his next fight is set with VASYL Lomachenko. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division talking about what is going to transpire over the next year in the lightweight division so that we do not have to have a lot of speculation about what fights can happen and cannot happen. And Bob Arum, the CEO, founder, co-founder, I do believe is the accurate phrase, of Top Rank Boxing, says that he knows exactly who Devin Haney is going to fight next because Devin Haney and his father have agreed to do so. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber, supporter to the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And for supporters of the channel, there is a new way to support the channel through that little heart you see down below. It's called Super Thanks, and tipping your hat to the channel definitely helps us continue to go and grow. So would be appreciated. Let's talk about this, though, because this is actually very good news in boxing, because we now know about a very, very good fight, very evenly matched fight that should take place in the early part of 2023. And that is the fight between Devin "The Dream" Haney and VASYL Lomachenko. It is a fight that Devin Haney had been looking for, said that he was looking for a very, very long time. And VASYL Lomachenko was accused of ducking him. And it looks like we will actually get to see that fight. And that would probably be, and I think it's fair to say, Devin Haney's first real opportunity to fight a top level lightweight and prove himself in, as far as being one of the best fighters in the world. As you know, there was some controversy that took place a few weeks ago, or if you didn't know, let me enlighten you. Controversy that happened a couple of weeks ago where Devin Haney threatened to basically throw away his ring title because he was not put on the Ring Magazine's pound for pound list while VASYL Lomachenko was still there. And so if you have a situation where these two guys fight, even Ring Magazine, with their very, very odd way of looking and ranking fighters, well, it's not, I don't find it odd. I find it very predictable. And since I can predict it, I think I know what they're looking for. But however you interpret that, their particular style of even the way that they go about doing their business, if Devin Haney beats VASYL Lomachenko, we shouldn't hear any more about whether or not Lomachenko deserves to be on that pound for pound list, and Devin Haney does not. Devin Haney more than likely will be put in that list, and it is what it is. As of right now, though, you still have people that question whether or not Devin Haney deserves to be on there, because yes, he is the undisputed champion in the lightweight division, but he did not beat world beaters in order to get that. George Kambosos is a guy that in many people's estimation was fortunate to get his hands on his belts with fighting a Teofimo Lopez, whose mind was definitely scattered at that particular time, and had been scattered probably for the entire year before that, really caught up in himself. And, and I think kind of fell victim to what I've heard referred to as the Buster Douglas syndrome, where you get that big win. He got that big win against Mike Tyson, and after that, he just kind of, lost it. Same thing for Teofimo Lopez. Got that big win against VASYL Lomachenko. Then, just his head blew up beyond belief. And he winds up losing to George Kambosos. Devin comes in and beats George Kambosos, but, it's George Kambosos. So, but anyway, a win over Vasily Lomachenko would do a long way towards truly catapulting him in the mind's eye of a lot of people that are not already fans of him, as far as what his capabilities in the ring are. Now, also, it also answers a question that is most definitely going to come up after the George Kambosos fight, which is, will Devin Haney be available to fight Gervonta Davis? And the answer to that will be no. He will not be available to fight Gervonta Davis. He is still signed to a fight with Top Rank. His father, according to Bob Arum. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you can't trust Bob Arum. Bob Arum will lie. Bob Arum will lie. No doubt about it. I understand there's times when Bob Arum doesn't tell the truth. However, in this particular scenario, Bob Arum has not missed a beat. Bob Arum has said exactly what was going to happen, and it happened just the way Bob Arum said that it was going to happen. So whatever the case is, say what you want about Bob Arum. Bob Arum has been right on about this. When Bob Arum said, look, this fight with George Kambosos is going to take place on October 15th or 16th. And he said that a month before, like a couple months before the fight took place. Devin Haney had originally said, no, that's cap. I didn't agree to anything. I didn't hear anything about this. Well, what winds up eventually happening? They wind up fighting on October 15th, October 16th. Now Bob Arum is saying that they are amenable to or willing to fight Vasily Lomachenko. So I'm going to ride with that. Seeing as he's been saying that for a while. Vasily Lomachenko said he's coming back to fight for the Undisputed Championship. Probably the only thing that would prevent those guys from actually having that fight is if he doesn't, Devin Haney actually moves up to 140 pounds and drops those belts. That's the only way that fight doesn't happen. So any idea about whether or not he's going to fight Gervonta Davis next before all of the hoopla and all of that stuff before any of that stuff pops off, you guys can kill that dead right off the jump. He's not going to be fighting Gervonta Davis next. And I know full well that there's going to be a lot of talk and a lot of, you're ducking me talk between the time he fights George Kambosos and whatever day it is that he steps in the ring with Vasily Lomachenko. That's going to be the deal. Now, there is a route, and I've said this before, I maintain it. There is a route for Devin Haney to get to Gervonta Davis, it is to beat Kambosos, which I'm sure he'll do, beat Vasily Lomachenko, which I'm confident he has the ability to do, but it'll be a good fight. And then for him to get out of the contract with Bob Arum and be able to be free to negotiate a fight with Gervonta Davis. And then he also has to be able to stay at 140 pounds. That's what's going to be necessary to make that fight. And hopefully we see it. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.